5 mantras for the beginners in clothes making. If you're just starting your journey and navigating all the different steps, all the different routines can be a little bit challenging. And the biggest obstacle on your way could be you doubting yourself. I really hope that with this video you'll shift your mindset about this journey a little bit and will embrace the process, not the final result. Hi, my name is Lisa Bennett. I'm co-founder of studio Arkdefo, designer and educator. My biggest passion and mission in life is helping women feeling great in their bodies with clothes that fit just right. And I don't want to just teach you how to make clothes. Another very important part of the learning journey is that you feel great about your ability, that you feel that you can do this. Mantra number 1, your learning speed is the right learning speed. We all are very different and we have our own individual learning processes. You can learn this way and I'm learning that way, and this is completely okay. But also you need to keep in mind that we all have completely different day-to-day routines. While someone can devote 8 hours a day to learning a new skill, you might have only a couple of hours a month. So don't compare yourself to anyone. This is not a competition. The only person that is worth comparing yourself to is yourself at that point and yourself right now. Second one, you might have bad ideas, but it doesn't make you a bad designer. When you scroll social media, you might think that every single fashion designer, every single maker has everything done right away from the first try and nothing ever goes wrong. Well, this is the edited reality. Things do go wrong and it has nothing to do with your experience. Here is a great example of a very bad idea. Check it out later. The only way to know if your idea is a good idea or a bad one is to try it out. Sometimes something looks amazing in your head, but the moment you actually try and make something, it's quite disappointing. This happens and this is completely okay. You've learned something. You've learned that that idea was not a very good idea, and you can add it into your mental bad ideas list, and next time when you think about it, you will remember that you already tried that and it didn't work out. Having bad ideas is much better than having no ideas at all. Number 3, do it to your best ability right now. When you're starting, you're entering the learning curve, and it takes time for you to gain the skill and progress. And almost every single day that you show up, there will be something that you've never done before, and there is a very slim chance that you'll do it perfectly from the very first attempt. I know and fully understand that you want to be creating high quality clothing. You want to be really good at this craft. But to get really good at something, you need to invest your time into learning, into practicing. If you keep thinking that you want your skill to be here, but your current skill is right here, therefore, what's the point trying? You will never get to this level, because to get to this level means to constantly showing up and trying. When you do this to your best ability right now, you show up, you commit, and you build up your expertise, your practice hours. Do it imperfectly, but do it. And after a year or 5 or even 10, there will always be something new that you've never done before. And to master that thing that you've never done before, you have to start today to the best of your ability right now. The only way to get it right is to do it wrong so many times on repeat. Number 4, if you think there is a better way to do something, try it. The vast majority of steps in clothes making can be done in at least 2 different ways. For example, you learned from one person or one book how to do this very step, and then in the process of working on your project, you think, that looks a little bit overly complicated. I think there is a better way to do that. If you get this thought, please try it out. There is a chance that you have just discovered a different way to do the very same thing. The most dangerous and limiting belief is thinking that this particular thing can be only done one way. In more cases than not, this is simply not true. And if you're not sure if your idea is a good idea or a bad idea, then make a quick test and see how it looks. The best way to learn and to understand how the clothes are made is by trying things out, is by testing and experimenting. And number 5, the skill is not about not making mistakes. but it's about not being afraid of making mistakes and knowing how to fix them. The one thing that I pride myself in, and that you will see in many of our reviews, is that I don't hide my mistakes when I'm teaching. Our students get much more value from seeing that mistakes can happen, but hey, here's how you can fix it, rather than me editing everything into a perfectly perfect class where they don't understand what to do if they made a mistake. Making mistakes is completely normal. It has nothing to do with your experience or with your ability to make something. Mistakes are a completely normal part of the process. And no, of course, no, I don't love it when it happens. I hate it every single time. But on the other hand, I understand that well, shit happens, but I know how to fix it. Let me give you an example with driving. If you want to park a car, your skill is not about the fact that when you're driving, you can always park the car straight away. No, your skill is in knowing how to park the car. Sometimes as you're driving through, you realize the angle is not right, you're too close, whatever. So then you can reverse and repark again. And the skill is not about parking from the first time correctly, but it's about knowing what to do to park correctly eventually. And the same goes for clothes making. The skill is not about being perfect, but it's about not being afraid of making mistakes. It's about not being afraid of bad ideas, and it's about knowing how to fix those mistakes or bad ideas in the future. Practice makes progress. You've got this.